Valerie Cagle takes ball, and are they going to – now, wait a minute.
They
are
walk
walking a run in.
Run.
This is unbelievable. I've never seen this at any level. I've heard old wives' tales about Ty Cobb and crazy stuff like that. You want to walk guys. I have never, ever seen a team walk a run in the 7th inning with the bases loaded.
Going to bring the tying run to third base and the winning run to second.
This is incredible.
That's crazy. All right, let's bring her on because she's becoming a superstar right before our very eyes. Valerie Cagle down here in Clemson, SC. Valerie, first of all, good morning. Welcome to the show. And all right, so what are you thinking with this? They're actually going to intentionally walk in a run and put me on first? I mean, is that like the ultimate sign of respect? I can't think of anything bigger than that.
I guess. I mean, I think like if I was a pitcher in that situation, I'd be a little bit confused as to why I was walking in the run, but it was kind of fun as a hitter to get to experience something like that.
Gosh, that's nuts.
It is nuts. You've had such an amazing season, both hitting and pitching. I know this is kind of like the way it just goes, right? I mean, you do both, and you're very successful doing both. But if I had to make you pick one, what are we going to do?
I really don't know. I honestly hate that question because I know that I would prefer to pitch over playing outfield. But between hitting and pitching, I've never really been able to pick a favorite.
All right, let me give you this question.
Hopefully she won't hate that. Hopefully she won't hate the question you asked because I obviously am off to a tremendous start here.
Yeah, no. So she hated your question. All right, Valerie, let me give you a question I think you're going to like. You can pick either me or Wes, all right? How many at-bats would it take for us to actually put the ball in play if we were having to hit against you?
I don't know. I've never pitched to somebody who wasn't another softball player. So my brother always wanted me to throw to him, but we never went down that road. So I don't know. I think it would take a while just to get used to like the movement because I mean I think it would take me a while to figure out how to hit a baseball pitcher. So I think it'd be the same thing with softball. Like it would just take a while, but eventually you can kind of figure it out.
Do you think we actually would make contact within a half an hour?
I don't know.
You know what?
Let me answer
no,
the question.
You would not.
The answer's no. Yeah, the answer's no. We wouldn't. Here's kind of the individual effort aside. You've been part of this from the ground floor. In fact, I guess you entered school the year before they actually started play, right? I mean, there's all this about what's going on with you, but also what's going on with the program and what Coach Rittman has done. Take us through, if you can, just kind of the building process, starting last year and then having it shut down to now coming back. And you guys have done such a phenomenal job in the ACC this year where, you're challenging Florida State for the top spot.
Yeah, last year was definitely, especially at the beginning of the year, just kind of us figuring out how to function as a team and all of us coming in. None of us not really have ever played together before. And so trying to figure out how to build a foundation, like just with camaraderie for the team and then also trying to build a foundation for the program. So last year was definitely a lot of good experience for us. And the shutdown, kind of put a pause on that. But when we came back in the fall, adding 7 freshmen and we didn't, we only lost 1 senior. So that definitely helped with being able to pick up where we left off, just kind of add those pieces to the puzzle and not have to replace as much.
Valerie, I know since I have a daughter at Clemson, I know school life has been different and crazy during the pandemic, but do you get a sense whether you're walking around campus or walking through downtown, hanging out with your buds, that people go, oh my God, there's Valerie Cagle. There she is. Do you get a sense that you're becoming kind of a big thing around Clemson?
I like to think not. I don't. It's weird. I mean, I've been recognized a couple of times, but it's a little weird for me. I like to think that I'm still, just me, and I just go about, going to class, going to practice, and that's kind of all I do. But it's kind of hard to be a part of Clemson athletics, and, if your team does well, to not have people know who just, everybody on your team is.
But it's got to be kind of cool, though, isn't it? I mean, here you guys are, year 2 of a program. You're winning like nobody's business. You're on this crazy 17-game win streak. Going to a softball game's now a cool hot ticket in Clemson. You're winning crazy comeback wins. You're knocking balls over the scoreboard. You're striking everybody out. You're throwing no-hitters. I mean, it's got to be kind of neat to think that, hey, we're kind of the new kids on the block, but we kind of feel like we're a big deal because you are.
It's definitely good to see that a softball program, especially in year 2, is getting the kind of attention that we're getting. It's really good for softball.
But Valerie, you kind of bought in, and I guess what we were talking about a moment ago, your efforts are one thing, but you had to kind of buy into the idea, right? I mean, Clemson hadn't played any softball when you arrived. I mean, you had to kind of see Coach Rittman's vision. What was that like in the recruiting process? Because you're from Virginia, and you could have gone several places. You're multi-talented coming out of high school. So buying into that vision was a little bit of a leap of faith, I'm guessing, too.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, you see what Coach Rittman's done, his resume, and the coaching staff that he brought on, and so when he's putting that vision in front of you, and the chance to be a part of something super special, like being a first-year program, is something that's just really hard to pass up on. But he did a really good job with selling the program, and what he was selling, when I was being recruited, is exactly what this program has become.
By the way, when you hit the bomb up over the scoreboard that landed in the field, a place where I used to hit golf balls 40 years ago on the Clemson golf team, have you ever hit a softball further than that? And if so, I want you to describe it.
Not in a game, but hitting the scoreboard and hitting balls over the scoreboard in practice has become more routine. But in high school, I did hit a ball in practice over a 300-foot fence. So that's probably the furthest one I've ever hit.
300 feet. Are you serious? Oh, my God. So wait a minute. I want to go back to that a second. So when you hit it 300 feet in high school, is that one of those that you watched it, or you just knew obviously instantly, oh, man, I ripped that one? And I mean, so what do you walk through when you hit something that hard, that far? I mean, do you try to low key? Because you seem like a low key, I don't want the attention, let's just go play kind of person. But when you hit 3 bills, Valerie, seriously, what are we doing?
I mean, those are the ones you kind of just watch and you just kind of admire as you're, running to first base. But the ones that go the furthest are also the ones that, as soon as they leave the bat, they're gone because they just feel so much better than the other ones.
Yeah, I bet. Golly, 3 bills.
All right, so
that's crazy.
So you guys got the 4-game sweep of NC State. You get the week off because of exams and things like that. So how do you stay sharp during this break? Obviously, there's a big academic priority here, but how does the team concept stay in play? Because I know you got some stuff headed down the line here. Got a road trip to Syracuse before you guys get to the ACC softball championship.
Yeah, we had Monday off, and then yesterday we just had weights, and then for the rest of today, tomorrow, and Friday we're doing practicing and scrimmaging, and then once exams are over next week we'll go back to our normal practice schedule. So got a couple days off, but at this point in the season it's kind of just trying to keep up with the routine that we've been in and keep a good thing going.
I always am interested in schools that have the baseball softball combination. How do you guys get along with the baseball team? Is there interaction there, or is everybody going their separate ways?
We know a bunch of the baseball guys, just like other athletes, but this year has been a little different with not being able to, interact as much intersport, just like walking around Neary, going to tutoring, getting food. So it's been a little bit different this year getting to know other sports, but we definitely know people, on the baseball team and have friends among other athletic teams.
And they're not getting jealous, are they, Valerie? I mean, listen, all you guys do is roll it out there and win. It doesn't matter if you're down going to the bottom of the 7th. They're walking you with the bases loaded. The men's team struggled a little bit, even though they just swept Wake Forest, which is great. I got to figure there might be a little jealousy with all the wins. I mean, 17 in a row. I mean, you're year 2 of this. You're not supposed to be winning the way you are in year 2. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for just, any athletic team, it's always a good thing when football's winning because it, promotes the other sports. So I think it's kind of the same thing with that, having softball now and softball and baseball being so similar, when one's doing well, it kind of feeds into the other one with recruiting and just everything.
And I've seen Dabo at some of your games now. Yeah, so Dabo's gotten into it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has a little bit.
And by the way, how quickly – wait a minute, Wes. And I know that Dabo's got this thing going on with Lane Kiffin wanting to play a little one-on-one in basketball. If Dabo Swinney walked up to the plate and he looked at you, Valerie, and pointed right over that scoreboard in right center, 3 pitches, that's it for Dabo? He'd have no shot with you, would he? None.
Yeah, Dabo's got no chance. None. No, he's not touching it. I'll answer that one for you, Valerie. He's not touching it. He's not
Valerie
touching
knows.
it.
Valerie would put
Valorie's
Dabo
laughing
out
because
in 3 pitches.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he'd corkscrew himself in the ground. All right, Valerie, Coach Brittman was with us about a month ago, and I asked him the question, why 72? So why number 72? And he said something like, you want to throw it 72 miles an hour? Is that true?
Yeah, when I was about 13, my travel team was getting new jerseys, and my dad told me that I needed to just pick a number to stick with, and so I picked 72 as my pitching speed goal, so that's why I chose that number.
Man, so we got Matt Nelson down there at Florida State, the catcher, number 63. He's hitting bombs. He hit another one yesterday, number 19. You're up there at 72, just tossing no-hitters and hitting 272-foot bombs over the scoreboard. Life is good. Before we let you go, though, because I know it's exam week coming up, I want to know this, Valerie, our traditional question. Since you've been at Clemson University, what has been your hardest class?
Chem 2, no question.
Yeah.
Chem 2?
Chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I hate that, too. I was terrible. Yeah, I'll tell you what.
That's a win across the board right there.
The only thing that saved me in chemistry when I was at Clemson was I sat beside 2 absolutely beautiful girls, both named Kim.
I knew it.
True story.
I knew it.
And they took care of me. They were like, they felt so sorry for me in a chemistry class because they knew I was up over my head, that they were like, Pack, well, just follow along. Do the best you can. There was a Kim to the left and a Kim to the right. That was it. But chemistry was nasty. Chemistry, I could not handle chemistry. Not good. Yeah.
Valerie, good luck on exams. It's a pleasure to visit with you. You've had a phenomenal season. Been a lot of fun for us to cover it and talk about it. We wish you and Coach Rittman and the rest of the team a lot of luck next week at Syracuse and down the stretch into postseason. Hope we get a chance to visit again.
Thank you.